welcome to another breakdown video. Today we're going to go over two different styles. These are the two main styles that you'll see out there. What we call a competition style, aka also known as soft style, versus a fitness style, or what's also called a hard style. Okay, I've been a certified kettlebell instructor for 15 years through AKC and use kettlebells, for 20 plus years. Okay, so what we're going to go over is what the differences of the two different types of swings and when and why we would use them in a program. Okay, so we're going to start with first breaking down the video. So let's go to the video of giving you what the two different types are. All right, so what we have here is a little demo video. We got the one on the left-hand side. This is going to be our competition style kettlebell lifting, and on the right side is going to be more of our fitness style. So I'm going to play it through a couple of swings and let's see if you can pick up the differences. Once again, the one on the left is the competition style, soft style. The one on the right is the fitness style. All right, so now what we're going to do is kind of break these down in slow motion so we can see the differences. Okay, so the one on the left, we got to always remember the basic foundation of movement. The greater the angle, the more potential power in a joint. Okay, so you can see on the left-hand side, we're going to be much more vertical, less knee and hip, actually less knee bend and more hip bend. So I'm going to play this through, and I want you to notice in slow motion here. As the kettlebell goes down, the one on the left bows much more, and the one on the right, we've got much more squat. So hold here. All right, so we see at the bottom of the position here, the one on the left, the competition style, much more vertical leg position. We'll use this diagram. So the thigh and the shin, let's go yellow here, are much more vertical than here. We have much more angle in the thigh and shin. Okay, so at the very bottom, we can tell that activation is going to be much more on the right-hand side. The knee bend is much more dramatic. So right here in the knee, we have a dramatic knee bend. If I can get this working here. Good. So we got the knee bend here, much more dramatic. Where here, we have the hip is much more dramatic. Okay, the shin on the left-hand side, or the competition style, is much more vertical too. So less ankle activation. And on the one on the right, the hard style, is much more angle on the shin and ankle. All right, so here we go, shin right there. All right, so let's play this one more time, and I want you to kind of watch as he goes into hip extension and flexion. Flex. Okay, good. Okay, so you can see the dramatic difference in the shin. The other thing I want you to notice here is I'm going to move the screen. You're going to notice that on the left-hand side, here, the kettlebell much more vertical. So on the swing, when the kettlebell comes through, let me get my little diagram out here. The kettlebell comes vertical here. On the hard style, the kettlebell makes a dramatic arc. Okay, so the kettlebell here, as it comes through, will start to go vertical. On the fitness style, we've got much more of an arc. And what that is actually doing for us is the one, what we call the competition style, it is setting us up for the next move, which is either going to be a clean or a snatch. That's the two lifts that we use in the competition style kettlebells. So it's setting us up to go much more from A to B points in a straight line versus here we've got this big arc in this explosive hip and knee joint. So that's kind of a playthrough. One more time, I want you to notice, I'm going to walk through it with you. We're going to clear this. Okay, so we've got much more vertical pull on the left and much more arcing on the right. We've got much more knee bend on the right and much more hip bend on the left. All right. All right. Those are the two main differences that we have for our kettlebell lifting. Now, why and when do we use each one? Let's start with the competition style here. So with the competition style, we are going to use that more when we want to activate the hamstrings and the glutes. It's got much more vertical range of motion, so it can transition easier from our swing into our clean or into our snatch. Okay, so it's much more of a flow, a pendulum swing. So we can actually use that for higher reps. That's something that I would typically use when I'm going to go over a minute on swings. And so those are the main difference for the competition. Those are the times I would use that in a program. I'm going to do very high reps, or I want to prep and keep it very smooth for transitioning to a snatch or a clean. Okay, now in the fitness style, or what we would call the hard style, we'd use that more for like shorter reps, more explosive. It's much more of a quad dominant drive. So if I'm looking to develop more quad development, or an athlete might use it for more explosive jump, those are when I would use the fitness style. It also transitions well if someone's going to do a two-handed kettlebell swing. I would more use that hard style, that fitness style. And two-handed swings like they do in CrossFit, you'd want to use more of that quad dominant kind of big pull overhead. It's much more explosive. So those are the kind of differences in when I would use them. We can go more and more into this breakdown. So what I want you to do is kind of think about when you use them in your workouts, notices the difference, practice them both. They both have value. And when and where to use them is going to be your programming and when you want to come up with it in your program. They both have value. They're both different. So what I want you to do is kind of don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Share it with some friends. I want to break down a lot more videos. Comment on what you think. If you have any questions, let me know. And tune in to the next video. Tell your friends about the channel. I'm out.